Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Bathsheba. Thank you for joining me. Hello, and to my replay audience, thanks for tuning in. Hi, how are you? Where are you scoping from tonight? Hi, thanks, Sword. Hey, Sword Tracy. How you doing? Maryland. Okay, well, welcome. I'm in Georgia. It was hot today, I tell you. Baton Rouge. All right. That's great. I'm in Georgia, and I am Lakeisha Riddick. Thank you for joining me this evening. And hey, Sandy girl. How you doing? Birmingham. All right, all right. Yeah, that sun was beaming down today. How are you doing, Sandy? Hey, thank you, thank you. Trying to do something different with my hair. I am Lakeisha Riddick. I am a blogger and online radio show talk show host of Share My World Show. My talk show airs on Blog Talk Radio on bi-weekly Tuesdays at 11 p.m. And you can follow me on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, thanks for the hearts, Instagram. I have a YouTube channel under Share My World Show, and I have a blog where you can follow my faith weight loss journey. Faith because I believe that God is the one that's helping me to remove all the shackles that have been holding me down to finally release the weight, because it's not just about the pounds being lost. I want to be free. And my Ohio Players falsetto voice, I want to be free. And I know the only way to be free is to be transformed from the inside out. So thanks for joining. Hey, and if you're enjoying this content, even those on the replay, if you like to share it, please, if you're on Apple, swipe right and share. And if you're on Android, swipe up. And you could share it on Twitter, and you could share this to your Periscope followers as well. I appreciate it. And I'd also like the hearts. Thank you, thank you. Release the weight and not lose the weight. Yes, because it's been a bondage for me. I've been held hostage. I've been paralyzed by fear, rejection, lack of faith, lack of discipline. Those things have weighted me down because I allowed them to have room in my life. So when I say faith, weight loss journey, I really am talking about that. Thanks for inviting followers, Janitorial USA, that God is going to release this weight so that I can be free. Because when you're weighted down, you're living a depressed life. Depressed literally and figuratively. You're not living your best life. I don't want to live like that anymore. And so I'm glad that here I am, day 122. Hi, Prima Don't Deny Us. Thank you, Zesta and Harmony, for joining. And yes, it's amen. I give God all the glory, and thanks for the hearts. So tonight I wanted to talk about never giving up. And how was your Saturday today? Today I call it Super Saturday. So I did my little routine. I get up in the morning, and before I do anything else, I do my devotions and declarations. I really do recommend that to anybody. Before you get on your phone, before you do anything else, make some positive declarations about your life. For me, they were scriptures that I personalized in order to help me to focus on something positive during the day. And I do the same thing before I go to bed at night. So after I did it, I actually got on my phone and I saw that Kevin Hart was doing a pop-up race in Kansas City. Anybody follow Kevin Hart on Facebook? Well, you know, he has like a gazillion million followers. And thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts. The hearts let me know you're engaged and you're still here. So stay with me. I'm going somewhere with this. So I was able to watch Kevin's, hey, Senior Paula Lizette. Okay, thank you, thank you. I was able to welcome Dr. Paula Lizette. Thank you so much. Welcome to the scope. And I was able to watch the race, and I actually, and it was live, and I actually came in on the end of it. And has anybody else watched or ran with Kevin in any of his pop-up races all across the country? He's done one here in Georgia as well, but this one was in Kansas City. And the thing that really moved me today was, it was at the end of the race, and Kevin Hart, this is Kevin Hart. Again, you can follow him on Facebook, and you can actually go see the video that I'm talking about. It was a live video of the race. At the end of the race, he waited for every person to finish the cross the finish line. Hey, Nikki, Nicole, EXO, thanks for joining. Again, he waited for every person that began the race to end it. And it was just moving to see people of all shapes, sizes, fitness levels that they were just, crossing over. And then he had people to meet them and run those last yards, right? But here's the thing that just really moved me to tears. You follow me long enough, you'll see I'm emotional. But it's not tears of sadness, but tears of joy, because it's resonating within my soul and in my spirit. And I hope that you allow God to, move within you that way, and you don't, become hardened. So I was emotional, but it was a good emotional. So I was able to see that the very last person, Kevin Hart, does this. And thanks for staying with me. I appreciate it. Kevin Hart actually runs the last few yards with the last person. And this particular person was an older woman. This was her first time running the race. And he ran with her those last yards. And you could see she was struggling. It's a 5K. So 5K is around 3 miles, right? And she was struggling. And when she got to the end, and then the crowd, okay, the other thing is that the crowd of other racers stayed as well. And they cheered and they cheered and they cheered for her and everything. And she was emotional as well, because she said this was the first time she had ever done it. And he just congratulated her and everything. And you know what? This whole process and the race made me think of myself, with my journey, that I'm going to get to that finish line. And it's not just going to be, I'm going to finish and then that's it, but I'm going to keep going. But the fact that I stayed and finished, with my story, I can say, 8 years ago when I lost almost 100 pounds, I can say I got kind of cocky and didn't still be disciplined in doing the things that I was supposed to have done. I didn't finish the race. I at that time I had done a boot camp. I was so happy and excited. I was on fire, but I let the fire burn out by other things that were going on in my life. I didn't stay focused. I didn't endure. I didn't stay to the end. And so seeing that race with Kevin Hart, it just reminded me of my own journey, but it helped me to see, you know what? You can do it too. And guess what? You got witnesses surrounding you that are like you guys that are following me now. So stay connected with me on Periscope, stay connected with me on my blog, Share My World Show, the radio show. Just follow me, because you're going to see that I am steady plotting. And then guess what else I did today? I actually weighed myself, and I used my Fitness Pal to kind of track my food and drink, and also my weight. Thanks for the hearts. Let me know you're still there. I appreciate it. So I was able to see my progress from when I started on April 20th, right? And it looked just amazing to me, because it's like little stair steps, down, 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 down. Now, in the beginning, thanks for the hearts. I didn't like that. After the 40 days that I initially started, thank you so much for the hearts. I was disappointed that I didn't lose all this weight quickly. I was comparing myself to other people. I was thinking, you know what? I should have lost more weight than this. Here I am going from total sedentary lifestyle, and then here I am now going to, doing something. And again, for my replay viewers, if you're coming in now, or people that are live just checking in now, I'm Lakeisha Riddick, host of Share My World Show, the radio talk show host, and a blogger online. So thanks for connecting. And if you'd like to invite any followers to come in, Apple, swipe right. Android, swipe up and invite your followers. I really appreciate it. So I was able to see that, you know what? This is not right. This is not right. So I wanted to share some things that have helped me to endure. Again, I talked about holding on and declaring things, but some Bible verses that I actually thought of today when I thought about Kevin's race was the particular one about the witnesses. And I personalized this one, Hebrews 12, 1-2. It says, therefore, since we have so great a cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let us also lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily entangles us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. That's Hebrews 12, 1-2. You see that? Surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. Now listen, don't get caught up with the haterization. And people talk about like, oh, the haters. No, there are people that are around you that, just like with the lady that finished the race, that are cheering you on. Sometimes they may be silently cheering you on because they're dealing with their own issues. But there are people that are observing your journey and they are cheering you on. So focus on those people. And also to stay focused on your finish line, whatever that may be and however that may look. Okay, the other scriptures that I found and that, resonated today when it came about the race and me enduring to the end were 2 Timothy 4 and 7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. That's why I say it's a faith weight loss journey. I have to keep the faith not only in God, but in myself. You can't transform without having faith. Now, for me, it's in God and again, but in myself. You won't be able to do it. Every time that you go from a level to level, I say glory to glory, you'll give up because you're going to be challenged to do something new. And then the final verse, scripture is Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Now, I always looked at that scripture and said, they shall run and not be weary. I get that. But they shall walk and not faint. How would you faint when you're walking? Yeah, you'll run and get weary, but walk because it's talking about endurance, perseverance, holding on to the end. That's how you can faint. If you're walking a long distance, right? That's going to be a little, challenging. So I'm encouraging you tonight that whatever God is telling you to do, hold on. You may, not see things happening the way that you want to. Yes. Thank you, K Cutie Pie 31. It may not be happening in your timing, but God's timing is perfect. And it will come to pass. But you got to hold on. You got to endure. You got to do your part to stay. Because if you don't, if you give up, it's not going to come to pass. And I can say for me, look at me. I gave up. I gave up and then now I'm restarting. Now, yeah, I can hold on and be like, man, look what I did. I gave up and then now I'm restarting. But God knew I was going to give up. He knew I was going to be right here on this date, talking to you guys, sharing my story in hopes that you are encouraged and that you can keep moving in your journey. And then the final thing I wanted to share was I thought about the, again, I always think about the butterflies. See, I got little butterflies. Going. I love butterfly, that metamorphosis. Every stage of your journey is important to get to the next stage. Like for the butterfly, if the butterfly, as an egg decided, I'm not gonna transform into the caterpillar. What if the caterpillar said, I'm just too happy eating these leaves. I'm not going to transform into the chrysalis. And what if when the butterfly was in the chrysalis, the cocoon, I'm not getting out because I'm too comfortable here, or I want to give up, or it's not happening fast enough. No, every stage was important to the transformation of that butterfly. And then think about it. When the butterfly actually matured enough to be able to go out, he had to go and do it all over again for the female ones, right? To go and help others. So that's my job here. And then what I wanted to share, and thanks so much again for joining me. I appreciate it. And, thanks for following me and staying connected. So please, stay connected to me on Facebook, my Share My World Show page, on Twitter, my YouTube channels. If you have want to see my previous scopes that may have expired. And I thought about this story with the tortoise and the hare. We know about that story, right? Slow and steady wins the race. But I thought I saw something a little different today when I thought about it. Do you remember the story, the tortoise and the hare? Anybody out there? Well, here's the things that were kind of, significant to me. Do you know that the hare was so cocky that he went to sleep? He was so boastful and cocky about his own, prowess and own abilities that he literally went to sleep. He was so distracted and so, confident in his own skills that he went to sleep several times and slept on his opponent. That's what we do with the enemy. We think, oh, I got it. I'm good. I'm comfortable. And we sleep. Hey, thanks, K Cutie Pie, for joining me again. And we sleep on the enemy, and then the enemy wins. Wins meaning he steals, kills, and destroys our dreams, our plans, the things that God has for us. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Go back and read that story of the tortoise and the hare and see what every step that he did. I mean, he just became so conceited and convinced in his own abilities that he never allowed himself to think, let me just do what I have to do. He was distracted. He was not focused. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Stay focused. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Stay on your job, because the enemy, he's on his job. Stay on your job. And then finally, keep going. No matter what happens, no matter how bad it seems, it's part of your journey. I say there's purpose in the process, there's wisdom in the wait. God is developing us. Everything that happens is for us to become stronger and to be more like who God originally created us to be. So again, thank you so much for joining, and I appreciate you following me. I'm Lakeisha Riddick, and I am excited about sharing my story with you guys and you following me. To stay connected, to continue to see my journey and my transformation, and I appreciate all of you for being following my story. So you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.